All right, thanks so much for joining today's class. We'll go ahead and get started in reclined butterfly. We'll start in just about a moment, just another minute, but if you'd like to settle in now, you're more than welcome to. Bringing the soles of the feet to touch, knees splay out. Arms can be by the side or in goalpost. Oh, and I should introduce myself if you've never taken class with me before. I'm Natalie. Nice to see you tonight. All right, let's go ahead and settle in. Reclined butterfly. Nice way to open up through the entire front side body. Right, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, letting the knees splay out, arms by the side or in goalpost. And taking a moment to get situated. And as you make the transition from your day to your mat, pausing to see how your body is feeling, noticing any tension or tightness, or if you feel pretty open, pretty relaxed. And noticing if you're using any muscular energy to hold the knees up in space. And if you are, try to let that go. And the feet might split open a bit more, the hips opening. And starting to send your attention and your focus to your breath. And taking nice long inhales and equally as long exhales. And as you inhale, feeling the front side body expand. And as you exhale, feeling the back side body release a little bit deeper on the mat. And continuing to take full rounds of breath, letting the inhale and the exhale be equal in length. Noticing any thoughts that are coming into your mind, acknowledging these thoughts as valid, and then see if you can let them go, just knowing that you can return to them after practice. And let's take another full inhale and exhale. And gently releasing the arms by the side, using the hands, drawing the knees together, and then hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a tight squeeze. And let's take a full sacrum circle in each direction. One circle clockwise, one circle counterclockwise. And drawing the knees back into the chest, place the sole of the left foot on the mat, straightening the right leg. Hands interlace behind your right hamstring or maybe the calf. And starting to point and flex your right foot. And then pause with the toes pointed, really draw the right leg closer in towards the body. And then let's switch, really flex the right foot, pressing your heel towards the ceiling. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. And releasing the hands from behind the leg and then bring them to the right shin, draw the right knee into the right shoulder. And then place the sole of the right foot back on the mat, second side. And straightening the left leg, hands interlaced behind the hamstring or maybe the calf, as long as you can keep the shoulders, the lower back down. And just starting to point and flex the left foot. And then pause with the left toes pointed. Maybe you can work a little bit deeper into the hamstring. Switching, flex the foot, really draw your heel towards the ceiling. And take another inhale And exhale, interlacing the hands around the left shin, left knee to the left shoulder. And then bring the right knee to meet the left, knees come together. And hands to the hamstrings, just taking a few rocks up and down the entire length of your spine. And releasing lower back, middle back, and upper back. And then the next time you rock up, pausing here in a comfortable seated posture, really rooting to the sits bones. Let's interlace the hands behind the head, making sure it's the head and not the neck. And then really press open the elbows, let your head rest back into the hands. And we'll do a little bit of a neck stretch. So we're gonna rotate over to the left and then tuck your chin in towards your left shoulder. On the inhale, arching your head through center. Exhale, rotate to the right, chin to chest. Inhale, arching the head through center. Exhale, tucking the chin. Inhaling to lift. And exhale, rotating to the right. And this time on the inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, draw the elbows towards each other, chin tucks into the chest. And gently lifting your chin off your chest and releasing the arms by your side. And then gently walking the hands in front of the ankles, rolling over the ankles, and finding yourself in tabletop. And so the core is active enough to keep the spine nice and neutral. We'll move through 5 rounds of cow-cat, really warming up the spine here. On the inhale, shoulder blades draw together, chest lifts, tailbone lifts. And on the exhale, chin tucks into the chest, really doming the back. Inhale, coming to cow. And exhale, cat, really creating space between the shoulder blades. 3 more rounds. If there's any other gentle movement that would feel good in your body, you're welcome to take it. And on the inhale, coming into spinal extension, cow. And the exhale, spinal flexion, cat. Last full round. And then coming back to your neutral spine, working into some hip mobility. So we're going to lift the right knee in line with the right hip, flex the foot and draw your heel into your seat. And then take an external rotation of the right hip. Really press the foot like you're pressing it against the wall. And we're going to take 3 little taps here. So on the inhale, trying to tap the right knee towards the right tricep, keep the ankle lifted. Exhale, press and open. 2 more like that. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. On the inhale, square the hips. Exhale, release the right knee to meet the left. Same thing, second side, lifting the left knee, flexing your heel in towards your seat, and then take that external rotation. And trying to keep your shoulders square to the mat. Inhale, left knee taps left tricep. Exhale, press back and open. On the inhale, square the hips. Exhale, left knee meets the right. Really nice big toes touch, knees mats with distance. Hips to your heels for your wide-legged child's pose. And really send the weight back. Maybe you're pressing to the palms, letting the forehead release down. And taking another full inhale and exhale. And on the inhale, tucking all 10 toes under. Exhale, hips Up and back, downward facing dog. And just taking a few rounds of breath to settle in, letting the chest draw back towards your thighs. Maybe you bend into the knees. Maybe you lift the heels. And taking what your body needs to find stillness. And spreading your fingers and pressing into every single finger mound. And let's take another full inhale and exhale. Inhale, sending the gaze forward. And then on the exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. And maybe you tent up to the fingertips to give your hamstrings space. And then once you find yourself at the top of your mat, bringing your hands to your shins, making the letter L with the body, rotating the shoulders up, back, and down. Then from here, really shift the weight back into your heels, flex the toes, maybe they lift off the mat. And then shift the weight forward into the toes, maybe you let the heels hover slightly off the mat. Taking another inhale and exhale. Releasing the hands deep, bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming your back, and slowly rolling up and finding yourself standing in Tadasana at the top of your mat. You're welcome to close your eyes or lower your gaze for the next 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more like that. Hands pause at heart center. And taking this moment to set your intention for practice, something to return to throughout class, and maybe something to take off the mat and into the week with you. And gently fluttering the eyes open if they've closed, releasing the arms, and finding yourself at the top of the mat if you're not yet there. On the inhale, arms rise. And the exhale, hinging at the hips to fold. Now on your inhale, take a big step back with the right foot, and then exhale, pause here, hips are squared. And we'll take this little flow 3 times. On the inhale, you're going to straighten the left leg, sending the hip back. Exhale, bend into the knee to release. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 1 more like that. Inhale, straighten, sending the hips back. Exhale, bending into the left knee. Pause here, press into the palms, dome the back, create space. Silently step the left foot to meet the right, holding in plank. Really doming the upper back, always the option to lower the knees. For 5, 4, 3, gazes slightly forward, 2, and 1. Option to lower the knees or straight as a board, lower all the way down, untucking the toes. And we'll take 3 rounds of baby cobra. Let's keep the hands and the toes down for all 3. Inhale, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, lower. Inhaling and exhaling. If you'd like a slightly deeper back bend, walk the hands back an inch. Inhale, press back through your wide-legged child's pose. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And chest draws back to the thighs. On the inhale, lift the right leg. On the exhale, zip the right knee into the chest as you shift forward. And we'll take these little pendulum swings. So you're opening and closing through the right hip. And come back to center, zip the right knee into the chest as you inhale. And then exhale, place the right foot between your hands. And press into the palm of the left hand, right arm peels open for your twist. And let's try to send the right hip back and down. And let's reach the right arm behind the back, really broadening through the chest. Gaze follows. And taking another inhale and exhale. Inhale, right arm sweeps up and overhead. Frame the foot. Exhale, left foot meets the right, the top of the mat. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive to lift up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's pick it right back up. Inhale, arms rise, gaze lifts. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold. On the inhale, take a big step back with the left foot this time. And exhale, square the hips. And we'll take that pulse 3 times. Inhale, straighten the right leg, sending the hips back. Exhale, bend, release the tension. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And exhale, bend into the knee, dome the back, zip the right knee in, stepping back. All right, let's take an inhale. Exhale, lower to the forearms. Always the option to release the knees down to the mat. You're really pressing the forearms into the mat, doming upper back, hips and shoulders are in a straight line. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower the knees, untuck the toes, lowering the hips, and we're in Sphinx. Actively pressing all 10 toes down onto the mat, feeling the glutes activate, and chest pulls forward, and shoulder blades are drawing together. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. And the option to stay here or hands turn out to 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock to press up into seal. And keep drawing your chest forward. And we'll take another inhale and exhale, gently lower down, hands under the shoulders, press back through the wide-legged child's pose. And hips up and back, down dog. And the weight's in the right foot as you lift the left leg, pointing the toes, and then zip the left knee into the chest. And we'll take those pendulum swings, right? So it's you're kind of in plank pose as you release the left hip. And zip the left knee into the chest, flex the foot, place the left foot between your hands. And press into the palm of the right hand, left arm peels open, getting nice and broad through the shoulders. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, left arm reaches behind the back, and gaze follows. And let's take an inhale, left arm sweeps up and overhead. And frame the foot, exhale, right foot meets the left, forward fold. Option to take any of the forward folds we've already done, or peace fingers catch big toes. If you have the bind, keep it as you inhale, lifting your gaze. Exhale, fold, let the elbows splay out. And continuing to shift forward and down. Letting the top of the head release towards the mat. Gently releasing whatever bind you have. And we'll take a nice deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming the back. Slowly rolling up. And finding yourself standing in Tadasana at the top of the mat. All right. So we sort of took these lying down or in tabletop, so kind of mimicking that here. Weight will be in the left foot. You're going to zip the right knee into the chest, and we're going to open, take the external rotation really of the hips 3 times. On the inhale, opening the hip. Ooh. Exhale to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale, center. Zip the right knee in. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, big step back to your high lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of the left hip. Exhale, warrior 2. Nice strong warrior 2 stance. Left knee tracking over the pinky toe. Maybe sink a little bit lower. And on the inhale, left forearm, left thigh. Exhale, right arm up and over, getting length. And we'll take an inhale and exhale, reverse warrior. Let's take an inhale, exhale, hands cartwheel down inside your left foot. Come onto the ball of the right and gently lower the right knee, untuck right toes, lizard lunge. Modification, really pressing into the palms of the hands, doming the back. An option to stay right here or press into that right hand, left arm reaches behind the back. Maybe you bend the right knee, catching the foot. And continuing to open through your chest. Let's take another inhale and exhale. And releasing the right foot if you have the bind. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. And right toe stuck under, right knee lifts. Dome the back. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Holding in plank. We'll take an inhale. And then on the exhale, roll over to the outer edge of your left foot for side plank. And then from here, gently lower the left knee so the left leg's at 90 degrees. Right foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Lifting your right arm. Gaze follows. And a little bit of outer hip work. On the inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, tap down. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. This time, let's on the inhale, lift the leg and then maybe bend the right knee. Right hand catches the top of the right foot. Okay, so you're in a gentle back bend. Sort of looks a lot like a variation of half moon. And we'll take another inhale and exhale, gently release the right foot. Right arm reaches up and overhead and come back onto the top of the left foot first. Ball of the right foot, left foot meets the right, and make your way through your vinyasa. Inhaling to up dog, maybe pause there for an extra round of breath or 2. And exhale, hips up and back. Down dog. 3 rounds of breath. And taking what your body needs. Inhaling and exhaling. You're always welcome to come into child's pose. One more round of breath. And we'll all meet back in down dog if you shifted. On the inhale, gazes forward. On the exhale, step or float feet to hands, coming to your forward fold. Always the option to take variations we've already done, or this time perhaps you take Padahastasana, bringing the palms of the hands under the soles of the feet. And so the toes are right at the wrist creases, and you're shifting your weight forward and down. Gently releasing whichever bind you have. This time, let's take a nice deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming the back, and slowly rolling up to Tadasana. Weights in the right foot as you hug the left knee into your chest. We'll take that external rotation 3 times. Inhale to open. Exhale, center. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, keep the leg lifted, arms rise. Exhale, big step back to your high lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of the right hip. Exhaling into your warrior 2. And use the pinky fingers, kind of press them back, feel the chest broaden. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, right forearm, right side. Exhale, getting length, side angle. And we'll take an inhale and exhale, reverse warrior, right arm up and over. Inhale, exhale, hands cartwheel inside the right foot, come onto the ball of the left foot, gently lowering in front of the left knee, and untucking toes. And actively press the palms into the mat to resist the mat here. Maybe you stay here, maybe you keep pressing the left hand as the right arm reaches up and overhead. Maybe you bend the left knee, catching the foot. We'll take another inhale. Exhale, releasing the left foot. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Left toes tuck under, left knee lifts. And step the right foot back to meet the left. Roll over the outer edge of the right foot. And then gently lower the right knee. Untuck right toes. Left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. As you lift the left arm. Let's take those 3 little leg lifts. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more like that. And this time on the inhale, lifting the leg. Maybe you bend the knee. Maybe you catch the foot. Really opening up through the front side body. And take another inhale. Exhale, release the left foot. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Come back onto the top of the right foot. Ball of the left. Zip the right knee in. And send the right foot back as you flow through your vinyasa. And hips up and back. Downward facing dog. This time let's take 5 rounds of breath. And taking what your body needs. Child's pose, down dog. You're welcome to work into dolphin if you'd like a little bit of extra shoulder work. And just letting the inhales and the exhales be equal in length. And coming back to down dog if you shifted. And then on your next inhale, sending your gaze forward. Exhale, step or float feet to your hands. And this time interlacing the hands behind the back. Palms pressed together, rotate the shoulders up and back as you send your fist towards the ceiling. And keep shifting the weight into the toes. And then from here, send your fist to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. And come back to center. Fist to the left, gaze over the right shoulder. And coming back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, pressing the fist back. And exhale, rising up, chest forward, keep lifting the arms. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, releasing your hands. And shifting the weight into the left leg. On the inhale, right leg lifts, arms rise. Exhale, stepping back, high lunge, putting all the pieces together. Inhale, lift up and out of the left hip. Exhaling into warrior 2. Inhale, reach, getting length. Exhale, triangle. So working into half moon in a couple different ways tonight. And so triangle, micro bend in the left knee. Gaze is lifted. Let's take another inhale and exhale. And then gentle bend in the left knee. Left hand comes outside the left foot. Really engage the left quad as you take one big step up. And flexing the right foot, opening the hip. Maybe your hands stay on the mat or a block. Maybe the left hand comes to heart center. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to frame your left foot, pointing your right toes, standing splits. Inhale, exhale, right foot meets your left. Forward fold. Let's bend into the knees, releasing the hips, especially the left one. And coming back to center, deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming your back. And slowly rolling up, Tadasana, top of the mat. All right, on the inhale, left leg lifts, arms rise. Exhale, big step back to high lunge. Inhale, lifting up and out of the right hip. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, getting length. Exhale, triangle. And shoulder blades are drawing together behind the back. Right, imagining the entire backside body is flat against the wall. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. A gentle bend in the right knee. Right hand comes outside the right foot. And as you're ready, lifting up. And flex the left foot, opening your hip into half moon. And let's take another inhale. And on the exhale, hands frame the right foot, standing splits, pointing your left toes. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets your right, forward fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant your palms and make your way through your vinyasa, taking what your body needs, right? Maybe you modify. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And 5 rounds of breath here. I'm just noticing if inhales and exhales are equal in length. And getting nice and long through the spine, the back of the neck. And on the next inhale, gazes forward. Exhale, step or float your feet to meet your hands. Forward fold, the top of the mat. All right, so we're gonna bend into the right knee, plant the right palm. You'll keep the left leg straight to really hike your left hip. Pressing to the right palm, left hand can stay on the left hip, or it can open. And keep shifting the weight forward to work into the outer left hip. And let's take another inhale and exhale, coming back to center, deep bend in the left knee. Plant the left hand so you're really hiking your right hip. Right hand stays at the right hip or opens up. Gaze follows. And we'll take an inhale, exhale, folding forward. Deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming the back, rolling up. And so it feels really different to work into half moon, kind of from the back of the mat forward, and the way we'll do it here. The first way was more kind of muscular strength, I think, and I think the second variation is more balancing work. So the weight will be in the left foot, coming into eagle to start, lifting the right knee, and hooking the leg once or twice. Right arm comes under the left, catching opposite shoulders, backs of the hands or the palms, and then lift your fingers, dome the back. And trying to keep the spine nice and straight. And keeping the arms how they are, unwind the legs as you inhale, start to press back like you're going through warrior three, and then open the hips, release the arms. Maybe the left hand touches down, maybe you stay here, or maybe you bend the right knee, catching the right foot as we've been working into throughout class. And opening up through the chest in this bound variation. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, release the foot, have the bind. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Square your hips, and then release the right ankle behind your left, forward fold. Gently bring the right foot next to the left, deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming the back. And rolling up to Tadasana. And this time rooting into the right foot, lifting the left leg and hooking it once or twice. Nice straight spine as you bring the left arm under the right, opposite shoulder back to the hands, or palms touch. Lifting the fingers, doming the back. And keeping the arms, release the left leg, zip the knee to the chest, and leaning forward like you're coming through warrior three. And then opening the arms, opening the left hip. The option to stay here or take that bind, bending the left knee, catching the foot, and really opening through the front side body. And we'll take another inhale and exhale, releasing the foot. Left arm cartwheels down, square your hips, and cross that left ankle behind the right. Forward fold. And gently release the left foot next to the right. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat. Toes are slightly out. Coming into waterfall. So deep bend in the knees, arms sway side to side, really releasing the lower back, outer hips. And then gently coming back through center. Heel toeing the feet to hips width. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, plant your palms, making your way through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. And let's take 3 full rounds of open mouth exhales from here. And gently releasing into your wide-legged child's pose. Hips to your heels. And calling into your mind the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Thanking yourself for showing up and for taking this time for you. And let's walk the hands in to meet the knees, and bringing the knees to touch, and shifting the weight over to the right. And let's come into a wide-legged forward fold. All right, so see if you can flex your feet directly towards your face instead of like to the side. Right? The option to either walk the hands forward or piece fingers catch big toes, and letting the elbows kind of draw back so it's a real hinge at the hips to come into this forward fold. And taking another inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to come into a more yin variation of butterfly. So it's more of an open diamond shape. Your feet don't even have to touch. Palms face up, bringing your wrists under the ankles, hands hold the feet, and then really dome the back. Let the chin tuck into the chest, top of the head releases down. This is much more of a release for the lower back of the neck. As you inhale, feel the lower back expand. And as you exhale, let the top of the head release down. One more full inhale and exhale. Chin stays tucked into the chest. As you gently roll up, and we'll come into, it's a pose called pinwheel for the outer hips today. And so forming 2 90-degree angles, we'll start with the right leg out in front. And so the ankle, the knee are in a straight line, the knee and the hip. Same with the left leg. Make sure the ankle is directly under the knee. And you're gonna kind of try to press the outer right thigh down onto the mat through the IT band into the knee. So really flex the right foot, rooting the outer part of your leg down. Then start to walk your hands over the right knee to about 2 o'clock. And trying to keep the shoulders nice and squared. And as you're doing this, keep rooting the outer right leg down. And if you'd like to incorporate a side body stretch, just kind of puff the left side body out to the side, trying to keep your shoulders square to the mat. Gently coming back through to center and walking your hands in, bring the left hand to the left thigh, kind of pick that left leg up, cross the left foot outside the right thigh, hugging your right heel in for your seated twist. And left hand behind the back, inhale, the right arm lifts, and then exhale, taking that twist, and gazes over the left shoulder. And as you inhale, see if you can sit up a little bit taller, exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And one more inhale and exhale. And coming back through center. And release the left foot and we'll switch sides. So now the left leg is in front, right is back. Getting those two 90-degree angles, stacking joints, the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then as you kind of rotate over to the left, the right hip may kind of lean towards the left knee. Really press the outer left leg down onto the mat, flex the foot, and then start to walk your hands to about 10 o'clock. Maybe you add the side body stretch, really puffing the right side body out. And then slowly walking your hands back in, right hand to the right thigh, and pick the right leg up, and coming into the twist, right foot outside the left thigh, hug the left heel in, and right arm behind the back, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, taking that twist as you gaze over the right shoulder. And inhale, sitting up a little bit taller. Exhaling, twisting a little bit deeper. Coming back to center, we'll release the right foot and coming to the top half of the mat. And hands are under the shoulders, really press into the palms, sit up nice and tall, flex the toes. And then starting to walk the hands forward, using the palms to traction the chest and keeping the spine nice and straight. And we'll take another inhale and exhale, release the toes, chin to chest, kind of rolling up. All right, let's bring the soles of the feet onto the mat and then lower down to the forearms. You're going to use the forearms to draw your chest up. Lift the left leg, lift the right, and so the knees are stacked directly over your hips. And we'll start with the right leg. We'll do 5 each side and then do them together. And keep this 90-degree angle as you reach that right leg forward. Exhale, zip it back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale and exhale. Last 2. Really feel the core turn on as the leg extends. Last 1. And coming back to center, switching sides. Keeping that nice 90-degree angle. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last two. Last one on the left side. Now zip the legs together. Imagine they're one unit. We'll do it together, both legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to center. Inhale and exhale. Three more. Last two. Last one. Inhaling and exhale, stacking the knees. Place the soles of the feet on the mat and then gently lower all the way down. And we'll hug the knees back into the chest. Let's take a full sacrum circle in each direction, one clockwise, and one counterclockwise. And setting up for our back bends tonight, we'll take two. If you'd rather opt out, feet come mats width, letting the knees touch at center. Otherwise, feet are hips width, letting the fingers graze the heels, tuck the lower back, the shoulders under. And as you inhale, you'll root into the heels to lift up. Right, so you're really engaging your hamstrings and your glutes to lift and open through the hip flexors and the quads. Maybe you interlace the hands under the back. Imagining you're squeezing a block between the inner thighs. Keep lifting as you inhale and exhale, releasing the hands, lowering down. And pausing to reset the spine for a moment. If you feel really open, really ready for a full back bend, full wheel, you're welcome to take it. Otherwise, taking one more round of bridge. Rooting into the heels, lower back, shoulders are tucked down. Inhaling to lift up. And this time, maybe you do some leg lifts, lifting one leg and then the next. You can also try to catch your ankles on the way up. And just taking a few rounds of breath here. And keep imagining that you're squeezing that block between the inner thighs. And one more inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands, and gently lowering down. And we'll all meet with the feet as wide as the mat, knees touching at center. Let's draw the knees into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet to touch, interlacing the hands, bringing them around the outer edges of the feet. Rooting the heels down, pressing the knees away from the body. Left hand holds the outer edge of the left foot, right hand to the right. And opening the feet, coming to happy baby. You're welcome to sway side to side. If that feels really good for the lower back, really releasing it. And coming back to center, so legs up the wall, arms are by the side, palms face down. Lower back, shoulders are rooted down. Maybe you close your eyes, resting here for a few rounds of breath. Gently fluttering the eyes open if they've closed. And we'll take an inhale and an 8 count exhale to lower the legs for fish pose. Keeping the lower back rooted down so the core is active. Inhale, exhale, lower 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heels hover and 8. Heels lower down. Pointing your toes, bringing your hands under the sits bones, pressing to the forearms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, head and neck release back. 3 rounds open mouth exhales. And chin tucks into the chest, and gently lowering down. We'll draw the knees back into the chest. And setting up for our supine twist. And goal posting the arms, using the hip flexors to draw the knees in as you inhale. Exhale, knees to the left, and gaze to the right shoulder. Gently bringing your head back to center, lifting the right leg and the left, and resetting the spine as you inhale, knees draw in. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left shoulder. And gently coming back to center and using the arms to draw the knees into your chest. And as you inhale, shoulders, neck, and head lift off the mat. Exhale, letting everything go. And taking up as much space on your mat as possible. Letting the body and the mind feel the full benefits of this practice. And as you settle into Shavasana, on your inhale, feeling the entire front side body expand, taking up space. And as you exhale, releasing the entire backside body a little bit deeper on your mat. And slowly starting to come back into the space. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe rolling wrists and ankles. Maybe reaching your arms overhead, giving yourself a full body stretch. And then releasing the arms back down by your side. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed for the rest of practice as you gently roll over onto the right side, pausing in the seat of full potential. With little effort, gently making your way into a comfortable seated posture at the top of your mat. And even with closed eyes, the gaze is slightly forward and down. And the sits bones are rooted into the earth. Palms face down on the knees as you let the chest draw forward. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, relax them down your back. And getting nice and long through the spine, the back of the neck. Gently bringing the palms to touch at heart center. And in this moment of stillness, calling to your mind quality about yourself that you really value. And completing this sentence and saying it to yourself 3 times. I am. And together we'll seal tonight's practice with 3 rounds of breath, letting it be an open mouth exhale. Thank you. And thanks so much for joining tonight's practice, and hopefully see you next Tuesday. Have a great rest of your night. Take care.